Howdy everybody, welcome to Alex Crossing. Today is going to be a bit different. I'm going to do my promotion during the stream, so if you want to skip ahead to where the actual video starts, look down below in the description. Otherwise, enjoy this music and me kind of rambling to myself while I get this set up. See, if you don't, if you're curious as to what exactly goes on with a YouTube stream, well, I'll be honest with you. A big part of it is setup. A big part of any stream is, well, setup. Getting it set up so that people can easily find your video and making it so they can easily watch your video without any technical issues. And so, a lot of the big streamers you watch, they spend a solid half an hour to an hour long before you actually see them, you know? So, today we're just what you're going to see a bit of is me setting this up. First thing I do is I link this on Twitter. I just go, hey, I'm streaming Animal Crossing.
Nintendo.
And then I'll add a little bit of an extra featuring time travel down below. And so what I'll do now is I will post some artwork to promote it, because the thumbnail isn't always the most impressive thing, but what we will also do is do something known as tag spamming. Now this is frowned upon sometimes, however, in the vast sea of information that is the internet, it's very difficult to get your content out there without tag spamming, without showing as many people as you can, hey, I am streaming a thing or doing a thing you are interested in. And so, in tag spamming, you get as many people's attention as possible. So, we're going to do a hashtag VTuber, because that's a big one. Next, it's going to be small streamer, so that any of the small streamer communities or people that like to retweet streamers are there. Now, the tallest one is small streamer support, which is the one I'm going to click because it has 260 current views. Because I'm trying to get my information out there. Next, we'll do the name of the game, Animal Crossing. There we go. As well as the company that published it, Nintendo. Part of this is crediting it and also getting fans of Nintendo and people that like Animal Crossing on board. Next, we're going to target some more niche things, such as GameCube. We still have a lot more space here to use, so I can also do something known as I can just type in a tag for cat. Now, people like cats, and I am a cat, so I will click Catterday. Even though it is not Saturday, it is the top trending tag involving cats right now that I can appropriately put for this. Next, I'm going to target some things such as wholesome, to let people know, hey, you can feel comfortable here, and family F, and then no family friendly tag. I don't think. Family friendly, here we are, 110. There we are. Yep, and with that, we'll also finally post YouTube. Not you, that. Oopsie, mistype. We're gonna do hashtag YouTube, and hashtag YouTube, not YoTube, of course, YoTube is not a site. YoTube is the kind of thing I would like type on accident when trying to find YouTube when I was a kid. Like specifically before Google would just autofill everything. Now, hopefully, with all this typed up, we have a very nice looking tweet. I'm going to go ahead and put my promotional art for Alex Crossing. That way people know what's up, and throw in a little extra spicy tag I like to throw in there every now and again, because as much as I like to deny that I am not a furry, and in fact I am a fuzzy, I would like to credit Dino's amazing artwork. Let's see if we got anybody watching the video currently or commenting. Nothing yet so far, that's fine. Promotion hasn't even started. And so now what we're going to do is we're going to head over to the tab for Reddit. Now the Reddit or the tab for Tumblr. I can't do Reddit because you have to find a subreddit to post it on, so we're going to do Tumblr now. I should probably promote on Instagram as well, shouldn't I? Instagram is usually meant for like videos and stuff, so... Oh, that being said, we have an Instagram now, so I'll link that down below. Yep. And with that, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of redo all the tags I did. So, Animal Crossing, CR, not that, oh my goodness. Typing Animal CR on Twitter, or on Tumblr, does not yield good results, let's just say that. Trying to have my wholesome Animal Crossing stream, and your tags are just terrifying. Again, if you are tired of this, remember there is a timestamp down below that will get you to where you want in the video and where you can get started. I'm terribly sorry to have all this extra preamble, but in order to set this up properly, I need to do this. Welcome to streamers. Welcome to streams. It's pretty fun. We can go actually ahead and just post that. Oh no, I'm gonna wait till the video starts before I click all my buttons. And then we'll start doing some other stuff like VTuber, VTuber, cat. That's a Tumblr. My own thing in there, Lodge of the Cat, so people know it's me. Wholesome, I think is the tag I normally use. Wholesome, family friendly. There we go, family friendly. And then small streamer. That way people know that I am small and I am a streamer. And with that, I think that's all set up. I can pretty much just copy all of this now and post it on Discord, which is my main center of advertising. School of the Cat. There we go. Okay, I'm streaming Animal Crossing. Self-promo. Bam. And we're just gonna go through each server I'm part of that allows for stream alerts. We're gonna go ahead and just click all those. Slay, FF14, Nightfall Lair. If you join any of these Discords I'm saying the name of, just let them know Alex sent you. And Hendrix Box of Fun, Our House, Pink Bells Bloodlings. These are all servers in which I was active at one point or another, and now I mainly just use them for self-promotion. There we go. Alright, cool. I will also post this on the YouTube-only side of things. There we go. Alright, now we just hit enter, 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 enter. I'd love to hire someone to do all this for me, because this is the part of the streaming that is like the most tedious. And if I can, I will edit out this beginning portion for the sake of the video, you know? But yeah, we're just gonna get this done. Boom, and all set. All promoted. Done everything we need to do to get started. I don't know how far we are into the stream. We are 7 minutes in, and it took me 7 minutes to get all that set up. Hopefully next time I can speed up the process a bit, but hey, welcome back to Alex Crossing. Today we are not starting like we normally do, both for the sake of doing all my promotion, but also for the sake of what today's special topic is going to be. Today, we are time traveling, meaning that I messed up by not streaming enough, and so I need to go back into previous days and get stuff done. So, before I go, so this is how you time travel in Animal Crossing. Again, this is something that is frowned a bit, but for the sake of the stream is necessary. Other things, I had a nightmare that I accidentally reset my town on this. Set clock? Yep. And it is currently 8:08. So first thing we're going to do is we are going to set this to not be 8:08, but no wait, no, it'd be 20:08, right? 20:08, which is 8:08 p.m. And we're gonna set this to Saturday, which is a day we've already done, but I didn't have a chance to grab anything from KK Slider, so okay, that's done. Want to get started? Yeah, let's get in there. What's your name? Alex. Hey, I was just kidding, Alex. How could I ever forget someone like you? Ooh, that was close. Alright. I'm gonna get things ready for you. Hang on. I'm getting Bangor ready for you. Don't turn off the power or remove the memory card. I always like this introduction of like, hey, I'm a person from the game, but I'm also like a weird time butler who prepares the game for you. I always like that part of Animal Crossing. Though they can get insulting when you don't play for long periods of time. Hey, it is, did I do it right? 8:08 p.m. on Saturday. Let's check our mail. It's probably a bunch of fossils that I'm just gonna sell. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is we are going to read these letters. So, HRA, it's from home. Horror of horrors, I found a wrinkle today. Am I getting old? Say, you don't get uncomfortable hearing about this sort of thing, do you? Your full disclosure, Mom. Aw, thanks, Mom. What do we have here? Yeah, we're just gonna read that, click out of it. We don't care what the HRA has to say. Come on in and grab a stove. Thanks, Nook. It's for the museum. It's from home. You're all trying to take this the wrong way, hun, but you've always been a bit slow, which is fine. That's why you should always take things at your own pace. Slow and steady wins. Thanks, Mom. I do my best. Plesiosaur, we already have that. It does feel really bad to, like, be like, yeah, la-di-da, big old dinosaur fossil, I don't care. But, like, I just need 2 of them. I'm down to 2, and I'm done with the museum. I'm done with the fossil portion of the museum. Also, last time we went to Crazy Reds, and in hopes of finding paintings, but instead only found a NES that I can't play because of emulation issues, so that's pretty cool. Ammonite, again, we already have an Ammonite, so we're just going to go ahead and take the Ammonite and put it down here, and all those are going to get sold at Tom Nook's once I get done here. We're going to have a lot of letters to deal with, that's for sure, in this time travel stream. Letters and weeds are not kind to those who time travel. In the HRA, we're just going to open this, close it, and from the Tom Nook, we're going to open it. Golf bag, I think I already grabbed the golf bag, so we're going to go ahead and just toss that one in the garbage. Alright, with that, we are ready to begin our list of tasks for the stream. So first things first, let's run over to Nook's to sell these fossils. We also got to get rid of some weeds along the way. Hopefully by the time this is all over, I'll have enough money to make up for one day, but if not, on the current day, I will stop and I will go ahead and see about finding the money rock, which is very important. The money rock is my main source of income in this game, and so remembering to take every day to find said money rock is an important part of it. But yeah, what have you guys been up to? I've mostly been, well, I've been doing a mix of stuff. I've been watching a lot of TV, watching a lot of YouTube, doing a lot of sleeping. Sleeping has been important. Hanging out with Vea, spending time together, being happy, and but yeah, I started up Book of Boba Fett. That's pretty good so far. But yeah, I haven't been up to much personally. My week's been chaotic, in all honesty. I haven't done that much. I did do some things that I've been wanting to do for a long time, which are I started up D&D. I started up Cyberpunk. I'm continuing in my 2 D&D groups already, and hopefully I'll be joining a new one soon with Sue, who is a very talented little streamer. I gotta open all those presents before I can sell them. I'm sorry, Nook. That being said, I would like to kind of run something by you guys if there's anyone watching. I don't think, as much as I love the YouTube thing of like, stream the thing and then just leave it as a video, I'm realizing now that there are some inherent flaws to that. And I think Season 2 / Wild World, I'm gonna do on Twitch. Or I could probably start doing this on Twitch instead. I'd have to square that away with Travis first and foremost, who is my co-streamer. However, once I square that away, I'll probably stream on Twitch from then on, so you can probably link down below to find me there. But the videos will still go up, they'll just have to go up a week later, or maybe even a month later, knowing Twitch, because of the fact that we are Twitch affiliates, and because of the fact that we are Twitch affiliates, that means that we cannot dual stream. Pretty much, I think for 30 days it is, all of our clips and all of our content are the property of Twitch. Oh, hey! New spot for a money tree, that's cool. Debating whether or not this is a good spot. Alright, we're just gonna go ahead and bury you again. I remember where I bury these money trees. Anyway. But yeah, pretty much our streams are the property of Twitch for a certain amount of time after we finish streaming them, meaning that we can't just post them on YouTube right afterwards. So we gotta be smart about it. That being said, people who just want to watch on YouTube as videos, you're still going to get your content. It's just going to be slightly delayed. If you want to see us when it comes out, then check out the YouTube videos, or check out those Twitch streams. Hey, how's it going? I drop by here to play my tunes pretty much every Saturday night. Want me to jam for you? You know it. Cool. If there's something you want to hear, just tell me the name of the tune, and I'll jam. I'm talking about requests. Do you have a request? Yeah, I can grab some. Let me see what I want to see about grabbing another hidden song, because AK songs, just songs song lists. KK song list game cube. There we go. Sliders songs. on the Nintendo Wiki, huh? And we're gonna go for the songs, because I think we did... I haven't done Only Me. Have I done Only Me? Let's do Only Me. That sounds fun. Yeah, let's pick one. These are the secret songs, of course. Ones that you cannot get through requests. And I think space... Is me capitalized? It is, so... You gotta match the case here. If you mess it up, you won't get a song out of it. Far out. Get ready to jam, man. Only Me style. I feel like I didn't get the right song.
Oh, not me, oh. Que, me, not oh. Oh, not me, oh. Me, oh, que, me. Me, na, now. Me, oh. Oh, que, now, na. Me, na, now. Me, oh. Que, oh, me, na, oh, me.
Yeah, this is the actual song. Cool. Yeah, nice. It didn't just bug out on me. That's good to see.
Oh, not me, oh.
Da, 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 da.
Oh, not me, oh. Me, oh, que, me. Me, na, now. Me, oh. Oh, que, now, na. Me, na, now.
Da, da, da. Da, 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 da. Don't know the song, so I just do my best to sing the song. Got to predict what notes are coming up. Sometimes I mess it up. And I'm also a tone-deaf cat. I'm sorry, I'm bad at this thing, but I'll do my best. I'm terrible at singing, but it's one of my favorite things to do, so maybe one day I'll put a concerted effort into getting better at it. Groovin'. Groovin'. Woo! Meow. Yeah, it's more my thing. Anyway, that was great. That was real groovy, really somber. Hey, thanks for listening. Let me switch over real quick. A lot of tabbing around I gotta do. Let me give you the air check for Only Me. The air check. It's the recording, man, the music. It's a pretty cool tune. You can dig it on the box back at your pad. Later. Alright, let's check that track. Do-do-do. Alright, step 1. Get the KK song, which I have done. I think I might have also done some reorganizing. I don't know. Nope. Still the lucky KK. Hop in a tune. Put away. I love how the gyroids and the instruments adjust to the music of the boombox. That's amazing. Oh wow, the lighting! Oh, look at that, the reflections and the scattered reflections on the compass sync up. That's amazing. Anyway, rad. Let's get on out of here. Alright, so that's step 1 finished. We're gonna go ahead and welcome home. I'm gonna be of assistance. Save. That's right. Will do. And so our next task is to go get Joan and go get her turnips. Now, I don't know if I mentioned that time traveling ruins your turnips, but I'm not entirely sure. Hopefully not. I hope that I'm able to, because I'm not trying to be malicious about it, I'm not trying to cheat it. I'm just grabbing the turnips that I missed and then setting myself back on track. This is reparative time travel. Oh my lord, I just realized because of the changed resolution, you can see the you can see the logo on the left side of the screen before it slides into view. That's wonderful. Oh, so you're back, huh, Jerky? It's February 19th, 2022. We're changing that. Before I go, other things. What's that clock? Yeah, in my dream, I dreamed that, pretty much I accidentally reset the town. So I just had to watch as everyone faded away. Like, it wasn't just like a bloop, black screen, start over. It was like I had to watch the entirety of Bangor be unmade before my eyes. It was horrific and sad. It was really upsetting, actually. I felt really bad about it, and then I woke up and I'm like, oh no, I killed the Animal Crossing town, and the girlfriend's like, go back to sleep, stupid, and I'm like, okay. These are the mistakes I make. Dreaming. Certainly can't call dreaming a mistake, can you? So sick of snow. What do we got here? From Tom Nook. Ooh, a black pawn. I don't want the black pawn. Read. It is the torso of a T-Rex, which I already have. Museum. Come on, dude. All right, we're gonna open this. Open this real quick, and I don't think I need to make a trip to the museum today. But what I will do is check for money rocks, and in the process, while doing that, oof, that sounded bad. While I'm doing that, I will keep an eye out for Joan, who is what I'm mainly here for. I'm mainly here for Joan. Alright, that one is clear. What do we got here? We got stage show paper, which I will grab. I'll grab all paper. Checkered shirt, which I already have, so we're going to leave that for Vea when she gets on later. Unless the trash gets picked up before she can hop on. Got it! Got it. Alright, cool. Got all my money. It's gonna be a beefy amount of money that I put into my loan. Real beefy. I really want to have my girlfriend play. Like, I know she's not gonna get into it, but I would like to have my girlfriend play World of Warcraft. Both because it's one of these days. It's not gonna be the current version, of course not, but I'm really into vanilla and Wrath of the Lich King World of Warcraft, and I'd love to have my girlfriend give it a try one day because she loves cows, and so having her play as a cute Tauren lady would, like, I think that would make her, well, that would make her life, I think. I think it would be enough to keep her playing, honestly, at least for a while. I know that game ain't for everyone, and personally I enjoy it, but, you know, there's just better alternatives out there. Like, why would I put time in Wrath? I mean, the only time I really play Wrath is when I can't play 14, and right now I'm not really in the mood to play 14 even though I'm subbed. It's just not what I'm in the mood to play right now. Right now I really want to play Fallout New Vegas more than anything else. Once I get that up and running properly, I plan on going on a large wasteland adventure. I think I've learned that Fallout is kind of my comfort game. It's something I always return to over and over again. Like, New Vegas specifically is a game that I have beaten a couple times and returned to quite a few, and I went to do my big definitive playthrough on Twitch with the idea of, like, this is going to be the perfect playthrough, perfect run, and I'll never need to come back. And you know what? I don't think I have a say in that. You know? Like, there's really no way to perfect the game. You can come back eventually and still play it. But I still love New Vegas, and I can't wait to play more of it. My goal this time is to kind of create like a pseudo-sequel for myself using community content. I want to make of course my goal every time is to make the Wasteland feel more alive and immersive. However, I kind of want to show the aftermath of that stream, and I might stream it. Who knows? I might just do it for me. I might do it on stream, but I think I might just do it for me because we got too much going on stream right now. We got Pathfinder going on Saturdays. We got a game being played on Fridays, and Sunday is usually a day just for me where I do whatever. But lately those have been demo streams, and I'm thinking of swapping those out for kind of a community game night. I want to start playing certain multiplayer games on stream and going, hey guys, here's a multiplayer game. It's free. We can all play it together. Join me in the game, and I'll pull you into chat, and we'll hang out and play the game together. That'll be fun, you know? I thought that was a money tree for a second. It's just pears. My first thing I'm thinking of trying for the community game night is probably going to be Titanfall 2, specifically through the Northstar client, because now through the Northstar client, a lot more people can access it. I'm probably going to do Call of Duty as well, because I enjoy Call of Duty Black Ops 2 quite a bit. I might try some Titanfall gun game, you know? I've never played gun game in Titanfall 2. I think of other multiplayer games you could play. I really, really, really want to do a community game night for Werewolf. For those who don't know me, one of my favorite things I've done in these last few years is through a social service / video game called VRChat. There is this card game called Werewolf that is it's one of those social deception games that's all about how well you can lie and how much you can manipulate people, specifically the other players at the table, and it's really fun. However, my favorite version of it was in Werewolf because of just the sheer chaos it descended it to, and I think I built an entire community in VRChat based off of Werewolf. I had so much fun, and specifically, I applied my skills as a dungeon master when it comes to improvising interesting narrative outcomes to describe what the players were actually doing to each other, making it feel a bit more immersive than just, aha, you win, more just like your village is descending into chaos and turmoil. And I had so much fun doing it, but on multiple occasions it fell apart for different reasons, purely because I'm under a lot of social pressure while I'm doing that, and it got too much for me to handle, and I had like a nervous breakdown. But I do want to come back and try it again because of how fun it was. So that'd be something I'd really enjoy doing through Discord, is specifically Werewolf. Problem is, it's a 16-player game, and the game really runs at max capacity when it's going from 8 to 16 players. So I really, really hope that I could actually get that number of people to show up. But of course, that's the nature of tabletop games. It's all about scheduling. It's all about who shows up, and really about handling it when no one shows up. Like, are you going to sit there and just complain and moan about who didn't show up, or are you going to try and salvage something out of it? And that's what I usually try to do, is salvage something out of it. Whereas Werewolf, I'd get really upset. Back when I, ran the games, I'd get upset when people didn't show. Huh, no Joan. Well, let's continue looking for Joan while I just talk to myself about Werewolf. Among Us was a nice little spark of joy that happened, where I'm just like, oh my gosh, this is exactly what I wanted. It's the werewolf situation, or it's the, dang. That's a bummer. Anyway, it's like, with Werewolf. Encanto House blows up? Gee, I hope not. I've never seen Encanto. Welcome to the stream, Slimy Cheesecake. Oh, there's another one. I can't read that. Too small. I apologize. Let me open up OBS, because I'll have an easier time seeing it. Oh no, I missed the chat message. Shoot. Your second message didn't show up for me. Sorry about that. Hopefully this updates in time. Might be. I'll just keep this open. There we go. Oh, I can see a little line. See a little line down there between me and the bottom of the screen? Let's fix that. And click. We're just gonna dunk me back under the water here. Oh, can I still see it? Shoot, there's still a line there. I gotta get a good crop on this, otherwise it'll be troubles. Favorite villager? Oh, that's a tough one. I have some real favorites. Rosie I really enjoyed for just cute factor back when I was younger, but oh dear, I've made a mess of this, haven't I? Transform. Probably. I really liked Tangy. You like Roblox over Minecraft? Well, I mean, yeah, that's what you're into. I'm not crazy about either. However, I've seen some crazy stuff in Roblox. Like, I know my friends are really into the Roblox gun game. Let me move myself out of there real quick. There we go. And I'll kind of be able to... Can I get a better view of that? Yes. Okay, we're going to keep you out of that specific folder, little VTuber version of myself. Yay, alright, cool. Yeah, no, my friends my friends have a really good time with specifically the Friday Night Funkin' and gun game side of Roblox. I think is sick. I really like how you can play those games in it. Roblox Twitter? Tell me more about this Roblox Twitter. Yeah, okay, so... But yeah, I really enjoyed running those games in VRChat. And Among Us was this... Oh, dang it. Among Us was this nice little spark of like, oh hey, this is just kind of like Werewolf or Secret Hitler, but for, you know, video game. You know, I thought it was cool for a minute, but I played nothing but Among Us for a week straight, and I got really tired of Among Us. Specifically, I only have fun when I'm playing the imposter. Now, 60 years, so Joan, the name you can trust. So, you mean to explain how turnip trading works? I kind of know already. One sentence, lots of Rule 34. Makes sense. I mean, it doesn't, because I don't know how you can, you know, shape that into... whatever. This is supposed to be a family-friendly stream. I can't talk about such things. 110 bells, 100 times 100, that's gonna be 10,000. I can buy, you know what? I'll buy 100. Maybe I can make some good money out of it. 110 bells, let me write that down somewhere. 110 bells. 110 bells. Let me write that down on my notes on my phone. Make big profits. I smell profits! 110 bells per turnip. The moment I can turn that into a profit, I will sell. Bells per turnip. There we go. Excellent, we're all set. Thank you, Joan. Thank you for the bells. Hopefully this doesn't go bad tomorrow. No, I'm good. What am I doing on money currently? 1,400. That ain't bad. Oh, I also have enough, let me delete some of these letters. I also have enough to, Springtrap. Not Rule 34. It's my least favorite rule. Springtrap hates Rule 34. Hey, kids, are you watching? If you're watching this video, which the video is not meant for kids, but it's still meant to be wholesome and family friendly. Shush. Don't look up blank Rule 34. Just save yourself the trouble. Keep your innocence for now. When you're old enough to not be considered a kid, maybe take a look at it. I don't know, man. You do you. You do you. But yeah, welcome to the stream, Springtrap. I'm a really big fan of the things you get up to, I guess. Famous Springtrap on our stream. Who'da thunk it? Oh my lord. I always find it really funny when people just name themselves after a character. And like, it's just, whenever you see them in chat, you're just like, I'm just gonna pretend you're the character. It's fun that way, you know? How did I get 2 gyroids out of that? Anyway, let's head home. Do-do-do-do-do. I bet these are people from my server just renaming themselves to mess with me. You guys. You guys. You guys. Why does the sun keep on shining? Yeah, Fallout's definitely my comfort game. Where is Alex VT? There we go. Is my cat form? Is my little VTuber cat form too large? Let me a bit smaller. Here we go. Doop-de-doop-de-doop. You love the Wonka blueberry? Oh, I'm happy for you. Oh yeah, you know what? That actually was my favorite scene as a kid. Like, I really enjoyed that whole scene with I think it's Violet Beauregard who becomes the blueberry by eating the gum in Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. However, I really like it now, not for that, but for the things Wonka says before that. Specifically, like when he's mixing things into the brew, where he's like, it needs a little more kick, and he drops because he drops a shoe into it. I really enjoy that kind of like old-fashioned witty humor. It's really funny to me. It also reminds me of a simpler time in my life where me and my grandpa laughed at such things. Anyway, let's add another to the gyroid pile. The gyroid camp. Drop a shoe on Tanji's head? Tanji's not in my town. I wish she was, because she's my favorite villager. I really like the villagers that are cars after credit scene. You mean the one with the whale and banshee? I always liked that after credits scene in Cars. I thought that was really funny. I think that's one of my favorite things about that movie, actually. Supposed to be looking for a banshee or something. Anyway, look out. Wait, no, that's the Mystery of the Ghost Light. That's a different thing. Whale and Banshee. Yeah, that was Mater in the Ghost Light. That was a different thing altogether. Eat Rosie? I can't eat Rosie. Rosie's not in my town. Also, are you Hammer? There's a Banshee in Cars? Yeah, there's this, it's this short that came out with the DVD called, Mater and the Mystery of the Ghost Light, where someone attached a... Oh, the Lost Couple! Yeah, them. Anyways, I don't remember them, to be honest with you. I remember them from the main story. Hammer's someone from my Discord who says the kind of things you say, so... I assumed you were him, but that's fine. Yeah, you know what? Name changes on YouTube are not that easy, so I can imagine it's someone else. Also, my girlfriend made that shirt that Dizzy's wearing. I'm proud of her. I'm really happy that my girlfriend's, like, favorite villager is wearing her favorite shirt. But yeah. Mystery of the Ghost Light was this, little short that came out alongside Cars on DVD. And it was, pretty much just the people of Radiator Springs messing with them. Eat Dizzy. I can't eat Dizzy. I need an elephant gun for that. Unless you want me to eat her alive, then that would get difficult. Blueberry flaps hands. Let's see. My favorite villagers are the ones that are like a hybrid of like an animal and an item. So like there's that new duck who's like a tomato. I thought he was really cool. Isabelle, of course, is a bell. But Tangy is like an orange cat, which I really like the idea of. Before I go, Gabby. Other things. Arthur? What's Arthur supposed to be? Like the cartoon? Like the one that just ended recently? Alright. Yes. And so now, since we have finished all the tasks we needed to complete, we are now caught up to our current point in time. So we've gone full circle, we traveled back in time. I'm Alex, hello. And now we are returning to our current timeline. I got my bells, or I got my turnips, which I should check the prices with Nook, since it's a new day, technically. Hopefully the turnips won't have expired. So I think they might, if you time travel, they might expire. Here we go. We got a letter. Let's check the turnips. And yes. Still good. 100 turnips. Nice. What do we got? We have a letter from... Oh, a letter from Velma? Letter from Tom Nook. Read. Daffodil table. What are you waiting for? Read. My little Alex. I can't stand for anyone to see me cry. You must know that's the only reason I left without saying goodbye. Even now, the tears are... I can't bear it. Farewell. Aww. Yeah, I'm aware. There's a lot of things. There are a lot of things from old movies that became a fetish. That became a fetish. That... Oh, man. That look that the Lady Lion gives Simba in The Lion King. Robin Hood, the entire movie, like the cartoon, Robin Hood. Like, all that stuff. That all influenced things immensely. Are we close today? Thanks for waiting. Open 9 to 10. Heck. It's gonna be a minute before I can actually check the turnip prices. Well, in that case, let's hunt for the money rock. Oh, that's a big old fishy. You are a big old fishy in the pond, in the river. What are you? Let's see what you are. That's a huge fish shadow. All right. Oh yeah. Also, fishing's my favorite thing to do in this game. Also, I just realized my... 1 second. I need to take a look at my little model. I do not have that one. Well, each their own, I say. Life's way too short for me to judge other people. You know what? Yeah, I'm not even gonna address that. Anyway, let's catch a fish. Let's go. What do we got? And it's you. Oh boy! I hooked String Fist. I was String Fist? Alex, really? String Fist. Well, let's see if we can donate this to the museum. I do believe I've already caught a stringfish, but let's just chance it because he had that unique reaction to it. Hey there, Pate. If you're looking for the Snow Queen, then look no further. Here's Pate. Ta-da! Secretly wants to become a blueberry carrot cake. Well, maybe I'm more of a snow jester or a snow peasant or something. Hey, did you want something or what, carrot cake? Let's talk. Hey, do you know Totakeke? That guy's eyebrows are so thick. It's like someone drew them on with a... Oops. Never mind, I was just thinking out loud, carrot cake. I see. Is Pate implying that AK Slider's eyebrows are fake? Bum bum bum. Perhaps. I mean, it's all fake, really. They're all just CG animals. Let's write myself up another letter. I wish you luck in your dream of becoming a blueberry. I wanted to become a VTuber, and I was able to. I used to be just a normal house cat, but, well, you know, like, you learn enough about technology, you can do anything. Heck, I'm just mewing into a mic right now. This is all done through a special translation software I have. And though it is hard to handle this controller with my paws, I do make do. I have asked my owner to give me a special controller to make this a bit easier, but alas, he does not understand my screams. So, here I am. It's a shame the only voice I could find was this one. Like, this nice, this like deep, like smooth voice I have. I'm a girl cat, so like, this is just what I got, you know? This is what I could find online, and this is what I have. Never gonna give you up, never gonna let you down. It's my town theme. Anyway, I don't want no wallpaper. I think I have my perfect wallpaper as is. I have a really bad habit in games that offer a ton of customization, of just like finding exactly what I want super early on so I don't ever have to customize it again. But yeah, like, you know, voice software has really improved over the last 10 years or so. At least I've been told. I haven't been alive that long. Of course, the other cats in the house don't like that I spend all day meowing into a mic, but hey, whatever. I got here first. Heck you guys. Let's donate an item. Let's see if he'll accept this fish. Want this fish, Blathers? Who now? Ah, well, yes. Our collection currently includes a stringfish. Heck! It was me. It was me. Okay. That's a shame. Poor Blathers. I think fish are rad. I just alt-tabbed over and saw just Encanto house blows up and it cracked me up. I've never seen Encanto. I need to. I hear it's really good, but I tend to just not watch things as they come out. I watch things whenever I get around to them. So, like, it took me an entire year to watch Soul, and I still haven't watched Inside Out. And I've been screamed at about that. Like, that's a lot of people's favorite movies, but you know what? Like, I just haven't got around to it. Is it time yet? No, it's not. Alright, well, in that case, let's... Oh! Just fall into a pitfall. I don't. I don't know any... I don't really know any K-pop groups, nor do I listen... Oh! Well, KDA. If there's anyone, it's the cool anime one that League of Legends has. But no, in all honesty, I'm not really that kind of fan. I don't really get crazy obsessed over musicians. Nor do I listen to that much music to begin with. However, I don't really have any K-pop or J-pop groups I really get into. Most music I like comes from things. So like, for instance, I have been obsessed with the soundtrack of Prince of Egypt all week, because this last weekend, me and my in-game neighbor, Vea, watched Prince of Egypt together. Stan Luna? Tell me about Luna. Tell me all about Luna. One of the problems with getting into VR chat, though, is I have to use my owner's avatar because I don't have an avatar for myself yet. I would love to have this rendered up in 3D, and I'd just spend a lot more time there if that were the case. I also need to get a better VR headset. The one that my owner has fits terribly around my eyes and ears and whiskers. It's really uncomfortable. Candy. Who's Candy? Mallory. New characters. Hey, let's go check them out. A 12-girl K-pop group. Rad. Alright. A lot of weeds I'm pulling today. Guess I messed up. That's the downside to time travel. I remember one time I time traveled like 10 years in the future, and the town was just inundated with weeds. It was awful. It's a terrible, terrible fate. Be good to your town in Animal Crossing, everyone. Ijin, Hyunjin, Hyaso, Yojin, Vivi, Kimlip, Jinso, Chiaori, Eves, Chu. Missed it. So 3 subunits, Luna 1/3, Odd Eye Circle, and Yeexy. That's pretty cool. Each member has a single. Huh. Right, I guess that'd be a good idea if you wanted to get people into a group, just like, hey, here's each individual character, and here's the reason why you should like them. Give them their own single, their own unique art style. Or their own unique style. Not necessarily art style, but like in the like I'm thinking like, you're Candy, aren't you? Yeah, you're Candy, alright. I'm thinking like VTubers, you know? But like, that's just what I know. Bob, Mallory. Wanted to be a VTuber to make my dad proud. He watches them all the time, so. Good night, please do not disturb. Okay, Mallory, that's fine. What time is it? Still have 20 minutes. Alright, man. I know nothing. I know nothing, like literally nothing about K-pop. I know I like that League of Legends music video with the neon spray paint and the cool costumes. I like... What else do I like? I like all the memes about the BTS meal. But literally that's it. I don't know what BTS even stands for. I assumed it stood for Big Time Sus. And I'm going to continue to believe that because it's funny to me. Yeah, like I knew a few J-pop groups back in the day. Like I know there was a wow, what luck. There was a friend of mine who was just obsessed with AKB48. Nah, man, it's got cool visuals. I don't know who the characters are. I mean, all I know about League is Arcane. As far as I'm concerned, League of Legends is just the Arcane video game with a bunch of extra characters. I feel like an anime fighter almost. I play as the characters I like from the show. I could play as Jinx and Vi. But yeah, no, I like that video. I thought it was really, really cool. I thought the visuals were really rad. I thought the lyrics were nonsense, but like, it's coming from people that don't necessarily speak my language, so I can kind of understand why the English parts of it were so weird. I didn't think much of like the girl sitting on the washing machine, which, but like, I really enjoyed like the neon spray paint parts. I thought it was a really cool style. I wish it didn't have anything to do with League of Legends or those characters. It's a cool look that I wish was used elsewhere. As for the song, yeah, it's been stuck in my head quite a few times. But again, it's just, I sing along to it and I just go, man, these lyrics are trash. Recently, I was a big fan of Daft Punk. I still am a huge fan of Daft Punk's Discovery album. It didn't come out recently, but I only watched it recently because I'm not a music person. You know, it takes a while for me to get into these things. But, like, I love that album, and I love all the songs on it, but gosh, the lyrics are such nonsense. But yeah, I know nothing about K-pop, which is evident because I pretty much just said, like, I probably just listed the most trash, like, surface level stuff, and you know what? That's fine. I just like what I like. But yeah, what's your favorite K-pop music video if that you would like directly compare KDA Popstars against? Or is it Popstars? Yeah. God, pop. Pop's a fun word because it just means popular, and it's just like it's not necessarily a genre of music. It's more just like a classification of success. If bluegrass got really popular before techno or whatever that mix is called that created pop, then well, that'd have been pop. Kill Villagers, Willy Wonka Shoe, Paint the Town. There's a lot you have to ask of me there that I'll have to figure out and decipher, but I have faith that I can help you, dear viewer, with whatever goal you're trying to achieve. Let's go ahead and just send these letters in. We'll mail some more, yeah. Paint the Town. With what? Not blood, I hope. Man, villagers in this game, like, they will paint your roofs without asking. And I find that really upsetting. It's like, man, I get like one time in the game to paint my roof, and I gotta spend money to have it painted. Like, I had a green roof, and now it's blue, and I'm like, I like how it looks. I mean, luckily, I really like how the blue roof looks, but like, if someone like painted my roof white or something, I'd have been really upset. Oh yes. Rain, sleet, snow, or hail will deliver what you mail. Thank you! Alright, we'll come back and deliver this last letter later. Last letter later, little. Elon Musk actually bought the moon for them to film the music video on. Yeah, totally. No, I didn't know that. That's crazy. That's crazy knowledge. No, not yet. Hold on, Pelly. Wait, 1 second. 1 second, Smelly Pelly. I don't want to right now. Yeah. We'll just send this last letter. Mail letter. I got so many chores to do after the stream's over. Oh my gosh. Gotta do the laundry, wash the dishes, take the trash out, sweep up. Just, oh man. Pray for me. My town tune? My town tune is... Never gonna let you down. Never gonna give you up. Never gonna let you down. It's the Rickroll. Anyway, what time is it? 10 minutes until we can go see Tom. Alright, well, let's just head over there and just hang out for a bit, I guess. I need to make some money before I'll go over there. Hopefully oh, hey there. Hopefully the price is good. The price is good. Tax fraud / arson. I will think about it. I'll consider tax fraud. Acre F3. Where is F3? Have I been? That's just south of the museum. Alright, we can go check that out. Wait, when was that posted? Today is the 22nd? 20th. Alright, I might have got that one. I might have totally missed it. Who's to say? Who's to say? Man, I remember that Curious George movie being super good. Like the animated one. I remember being really into it. I also remember really liking the song that, like, they promoted it with. Not amazing things like when they set the backstage on fire and they dance. Did they set the stage on fire or did they use pyrotechnics? Because pyrotechnics are like, you shoot fire out of the ground, but setting the back of the stage on fire, that sounds more like a crime. Ooh, excuse me. If I ever do a live performance, something will be set on fire, I promise. I promise you that if I'm ever doing a live show where I don't know, rap or something, like, definitely things will be set on fire. Like, I mean, I don't know, I'll bring like a pizza box on stage and light it up. I don't know, man. Technics, Curious George show. Yeah, it was, it eventually became the show. Before, however, it was that animated Curious George movie. It was one of the few movies I owned when I was in 5th grade, which I don't remember how old I was, but I remember the grade, and it was specifically that stretch of time where I was super duper lonely and had no friends. So I got really into PC gaming, really into playing games on the PS1, and really into whatever movies I happened to have. Like I think I watched Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire like 100 times. I rewatched seasons 1 and 2 of Doctor Who like a countless numbers of times. Oh, hey, a Black Knight. That's kind of cool, actually. I might keep that one around in my house. I do remember that Curious George show, but I never watched much of it because, well, I just didn't. But it looked as good as the animation looked as good as the movie. I don't really have a favorite episode because I didn't really watch it, but I love the movie. Maybe I should have watched it now that I think about it. Is that good? Is it as good as the movie? Because I remember it had this kind of narration that the movie didn't have. And I wasn't a fan of the narration. I also remember the other shows on that channel being such cringe that I just couldn't handle it. Like, do I want to have to sit through Sid the Science Kid to watch Martha Speaks or Curious George? No, I don't think I will. Sid the Science Kid was this horrific CG, horrible CG. Yeah. I bet it was super cute. I used to have this little plushie of Curious George that I'd carry around. It was a good redesign for the character, too. I think that was kind of a resurgence for the Curious George character. That being said, yeah. Alright, come on, Nook, open up. I got stuff to do. Let's head back home and, write a letter. Watch all this waiting just, lead to the fact that, it just turns out that, oh man, that Nook, isn't gonna pay me less for the turnip, so that'll be such a bummer. Black Knight, here we go. Yeah, it's exactly what I wanted. It's the big old horse head. Nice. You stay right there, buddy. You know what? Actually, let's... I've been thinking a lot about Sun Wukong lately. Like the monkey from, the Monkey King from, oh, this is awkward. Hey, Travis. It's a friend. Let me turn that plug-in off. Guest appearance from my friend Travis. That's not He's doing a Twitch stream right now on our same channel. He's my co-streamer. So because his PNG tuber / VTuber avatar is linked through Discord, whenever he goes on Discord, that pops up in OBS. OBS is the streaming software I use, by the way. That's really funny. I'm thinking about doing a multiplayer game night soon. Got the spooky paper. Good, that'll do. And we'll just write a quick letter. I wonder if like that I should do that spooky castle playthrough. That was okay, so pretty much you know how I have it for me where whenever I talk, my blah, 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 you know, my voice moves. My little avatar moves. I had that set up for my friend Travis as well. However, he his is done exclusively online, so that pretty much whenever we're in Discord together playing a game long distance, his little cat avatar will show up. But he connected to the channel, and so he popped up on screen. And he's streaming on Twitch right now on our channel, which you can check out down below, twitch.tv/LodgeOfTheCat. However, since I'm streaming on YouTube, it popped up as well. Really funny. No, make her stop. She has no excuse. Make her stop. That's just gross. Like, no, stop that. Hit her with a newspaper. 55. Come on, I got stuff to do. This is not the kind of game you can be impatient with. Been thinking a bit, though, about the nature of grinding. Cause like, alright, every time I walk by this river, and I see a shadow, I'm just like, man, I need like one more fish to complete winter. And I should be fishing for it every time I walk by. However, I'm just not because I don't want to. And it got me thinking about the nature of grinding and how, like, with certain games I played, there are several games I dropped because the game said, you need to grind, and I said no. So, like, for example, Destiny. Destiny 1, if I wanted to play that game towards the end game, I would need to run the same, like, levels over and over again to get singular pieces of weapon and armor to equip my character, to make him stronger. However, because I just wouldn't do that, I couldn't progress in the game. And so I left Destiny 1 alone, and then years later, Destiny 2 came out, right? And so I got in on that, and I'm just like, in the beginning it was nice because that game didn't have random loot drops. It would just, you killed certain things and you got certain loot, and it made it really nice that, like, I could just kill a boss. Like, if I showed that I was skilled enough to beat this boss, that means I got the loot, and I really like that about that game. And then the community didn't like that. They wanted to have to grind for hours and hours in order to unlock things. Tell them to stop it. Tell them, look, that's not allowed. But like, in order to unlock the things he needs, in order to unlock the weapons you need, you'd have to start grinding because players wanted that. They wanted, well, mainly because they wanted to keep playing. They found the game fun. Whereas me, I wanted to find the game rewarding and fun, and because of that, the rewarding part of it got sucked out, and the fun part of it went with it, and I just don't like Destiny 2 anymore. I go back to Destiny 1, though, because apparently, like, Destiny 1's far more generous in giving with its loot drops now. But I gotta actually buy that, because it's not just free on PC. I have to buy it, and I have to play it on the PS4, so I don't know about that. Yeah. I can't. It's not allowed. And also, ew, no. I don't want to do that to Billy, poor guy. I think. He does get stuck in the pipe. When it comes, the time is right, send him shooting up the pipe. And young children, don't be alarmed, Augustus Gloop will not be harmed, Augustus Gloop will not be harmed. So I really enjoy that Tim Burton version of the movie. It's quite good. It's not the same. Like, it's clearly trying to be more truthful to or more faithful to the books, to the book. However, personally, I like it. And I still like the Willy Wonka. I still like the original a lot better because it's kind of a timeless classic. But that story gets really dark when you start thinking about it, because Willy Wonka is a man who fired all of his workers because he was afraid that they would leak information about his chocolate, and then proceeded to go overseas and hire slave labor. Like, the Oompa Loompas are slaves. If they're not being paid, they're slaves, and, well, yeah, it's kind of messed up that, like, it's like, oh, people hate Grandpa Joe because he's, you know, lazy and manipulative, but, like, Grandpa Joe is a man who used to work for Wonka and actually lost his job and became poor because Wonka fired him. Kind of messed up, you know? The only reason Grandpa Joe is where he is now and why that family is as rough a shape as it is now is purely because of Wonka. If he didn't fire them, Grandpa Joe would still have his job. And in the end, he was able to, you know, like in the book and in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, Grandpa Joe was able to kind of move up in the world and get a job as an engineer fixing the machine that... No, wait, that wasn't... No, it was Charlie's dad who was removed from Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. He was eventually able to get a job and, like, repair the machine that replaced him at the Wonka factory, or at the toothpaste factory. But Joe, Grandpa Joe, no, he don't get nothing. Which, to be fair, he is kind of terrible. Does he eat the cake? Oh, he does, yeah, in that famous image. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Beep. Bum 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 bum. Dun 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 dun. Yeah, he doesn't. I mean, he didn't seem like fully against the idea. Da-da-da. Da-da-da. Hopefully I'll find a new painting. Welcome, do come in, have a look around, feel free to browse, but try not to carouse. Oh, that boombox is quite nice. Anyway, turnip prices, let's check them. I eat cake, I do. Cake is yummy. Other things. Turnip prices? It's only a 10, that's only a 10 bill profit, that ain't worth it. Like to sell. Be a good way to go. You die gloriously as a blueberry. A blueberry. A blueberry. Alright, and with that, we're pretty much done for the day. I need to run and grab my self a letter from I need to write a letter and then run to the post office and deliver it and pay off some of my loan. And then after that, well, we can wrap it up for the day. I really like making fun of that one guy, right, who just screams. Alright, cool. Put that back. Spooky paper. Spooky paper. Spooky paper. Spooky paper. Spooky paper. Spooky paper. Anyway, let's head to the post office. The post office. Spooky paper. So tired, you guys. Oh, I have so much work to do after this. Not looking forward to it. Adult life, you know? You're smart enough to stream, you're smart enough to take care of the house. That's what he said, so gotta do it. Anyway, let's mail a letter. Shoot. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Hold on a second. Bump. Bump, bump. Beep, 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 beep. Beep, beep. Willy Wonka Worst Punishment? I don't know, the person being... Violet being stretched until she's like this super elongated tall person was pretty bad. Mail. No. Alright, make a deposit. I do. Yep. We're gonna pay off a good chunk of it today, actually. Yep. No. There we go. Like to always leave myself with at least 1,000 bells to play with. You still owe 38,000. That's an entire day's worth of bells. I can knock that out in a weekend. Yeah, we almost got the next floor of the house made up. I'm excited. It's gonna be fun. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum 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 bum. Bum bum. Ba-da-bum. Ba-da-bum. Anyway, sorry. Thank you all very much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a like down below, and leave a comment about what you thought of it. Also, down below, you can join our community through Discord, Twitter, and we also have a bunch of other social media, such as TikTok, Instagram, Tumblr. If you enjoy this, you'll probably enjoy all of that, so please follow those down below. Thank you for watching, and, well... Be sure to tune in tomorrow at 8 p.m. Eastern, and have a good one. Later!